Let's stick with that then, Mark, shall we? Darwin Nunez, as Shaka mentioned, those big chances for him. He's an expensive signing. Can he afford to be missing those chances?
Well, no, obviously. I mean, he needs to be putting them away. And I do wonder about Darwin Nunez, whether, I think the discussion last night was about he's a little bit older than Haaland, so he's got a bit more under his belt. But you look at the two players, and the night and day, the difference. And obviously, Haaland came from a much smaller fee than Nunez. I do wonder at times whether everything's a little bit rushed. I think that probably is down to a bit of lack of confidence. He's trying too hard. There's no thought to it sometimes. And the only time there was a bit of thought was when he teed up Salah for the goal. But even then, I wonder whether that was down to his lack of confidence. Because if he was playing well and scoring goals, he wouldn't have passed. He'd have taken the shot. So it was a strange kind of assist to make. And I think Salah was caught a little bit surprised by it, the fact that the striker's got a shot on goal and he squares it. Right decision in the end because he scored. But I do think that he needs to calm down a bit and just relax. But I'm just not sure whether Nunez is that sort of player. I do think he's one of these guys that everything is at 100 miles an hour. He's very raw. He's got something, but I'm not quite sure yet what it is. And I think, we saw Roberto Firmino took a while to settle at Liverpool when he came from Hoffenheim a few years ago. But you look at Firmino now, and he's an outstanding centre forward. And I do wonder whether the problems that Nunez is having to settle in, whether Liverpool might just look at Firmino's contract and say, look, we're going to have to extend his contract here. He's out of contract in the summer. He's got 6 months left. I think ordinarily they'd move him on because he's now in his 30s. But with Firmino what you're going to get. You've got a guaranteed, proven Premier League player. And he might have to be the bridge between now and maybe 18 months before Nunez, really hits his form. But he might not. Sometimes players make big moves and they don't actually fit the club they go to. He's a good player, but whether he's just the wrong player at the wrong club, who knows? But it's beginning to look like he needs to find something to click because it's just not quite working for him right now.
I think Mark's if I can interrupt, I think Mark's a little harsh on Nunez with the assist. I thought it was a really good ball, and it kind of, I thought everything about that kind of speaks to Nunez's strengths. He's best when the game is physical, and he has to use his physicality. And that's what you saw. That gallop down the left-hand side was past Laporte. I'm trying to remember who it was who he left trailing in his wake. And I thought it was a really good ball to pick out Mo Salah. And I'm not sure the shot was on. Maybe the shot was on if you're a Mo Salah. But other than that, I thought that's what Nunez is at his best. But you play him through the middle. You ask him to be a finisher. And that's when I thought he let himself and Liverpool down, when he was through the middle and when those chances fell to him as opposed to being provider. And the fact of the matter is, you can't stick Nunez out wide. Liverpool just don't have that space. Salah likes to come from wide. Luis Diaz, when he's back fit, and I know he's had a setback, he likes to come from wide. Carvalho also likes to come from wide, though he's happy to tuck in the centre. Carvalho is not a centre forward either. So you have to play Nunez through the middle, and he just where Mark I think is absolutely right. He's desperately lacking in confidence as a central striker.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.